Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis, updated commodities, work our way through the dollar, yields, precious metals and commodities, and ETFs that I follow. I'll interject my financial opinions as we go through it. If you need help with anything, check out finding-value.com, where I dive deeper into all these topics and subjects looking for investment opportunities and sharing those opportunities with everybody in the community. Special coupon code if you'd like to join, 50% off the first month only on a monthly membership and a larger discount on the yearly membership. All right, let's dive in. Dollar. So we're still seeing dollar weakness. That's what we've got going on over here. We've got a longer term pattern that's broken to the upside. That's the falling wedge to the breakout. The retest. That's the retest there, RE. We've made a higher high here, and now we've pulled on back. This is when they released that information about employment and job numbers. Now, if this is a structural shift where it negates this pattern and setup, we need to see this fall down, which is possible because the market, I think, had priced in something a little bit different with respect to unemployment and job numbers than what was released. So those revisions maybe have caused a more structural shift, and that's what we're looking for to see if we get follow through to the downside or not. Right now, short term from this line here, that's lower, but it's in an uptrend breakout move on the longer time frame. The 2-year yields dropped a little bit, and this is one thing that we're watching. Is there going to be follow through on this big shift lower in the 2-year interest rate? Are we going to continue down or are we going to work our way on up like this? I don't know the answer to that. I don't know. If I were to guess, usually the bigger, longer pattern usually wins out over the short term. So I'm questioning if whatever the short term has shifted, if that was a structural shift or not. My guess is no, but again, we have to wait and watch and see what happens. The 10-year yield's up a little bit, but again, this looks a little bit weak. Big wick at the top there. We came from the top side down, and this could be more like a inverted flag pattern. 30-year doing something very similar to that as well. We could just kind of come up and rotate down. And that it might only be the short term though. Maybe all we reach is down here in the short term. TLT bond prices down a little bit today. It looks like it's trying to turn its way on up, but the longer term, it's down. So long term down, short term, we've been bouncing sideways trying to consolidate. The 2 and the 10 is down 1%. The yield curve uninverting a little bit today. We're still above, I would say, critical support here. So it's not broken down yet, but I mean, there is the possibility that it could. So we'll watch it. Not that I'm really going to do anything different, but we'll watch it. TYX TNX ratio is up a little bit of tailwind behind gold from this perspective. A little bit of a weaker dollar, but gold just couldn't get any footing, gain its footing. It's right up against resistance. Now, if someone said, well, they're trying to hold gold down, well, that could be the case today because you had a weaker dollar and you had the yield curve uninvert. That's generally when gold goes up. So are they trying to hold it in this little location? I don't know. But under those conditions, I would have guessed gold would have gone up. But we're at resistance, so we'll see if we can punch through resistance or not. Silver's up 0.27%. That still looks fine on the long-term perspective. Trying to get through some resistance there on the big cup and handle. Well, there's not much resistance up here. We're just waiting for buyers to come in and push it higher, which it's been doing. It's been doing that. Platinum's up 1.85%. We'll see if that continues. We've had a major breakout here. So this is your big breakout all through here. The squeeze up, the big break. And now we're just consolidating on top of that breakout. Palladium's down 3.8%, pulling back a little bit more towards support. We've got good support. If I were to throw in a rectangle here, let's see if we got the rectangle call out. There we go. So I'd say, the rectangle starts like in this zone there. So there's a lot of support all through this area here. There isn't as much above here because whenever you kind of pass through areas, there's not as much support. There's a little bit of support through this section right through here, but that's right where we're at. XAU to gold ratio, we are now starting to accelerate to the upside for gold and silver mining companies to outperform gold. Now, some people might be asking, well, gold didn't go higher. Yes, but it's not going lower. And gold and silver mining companies, they sell their products at the price that gold is at. So on a year-over-year basis, if you were to look at gold, go back a year, we're right here and it's holding. A year ago, it was, what is it, August? So a year ago, we were here. We were at $2,400 versus $3,400. And the longer it just stays up here, they're selling product and selling product and selling product and selling product. It's not about how fast something moves. It's about the ultimate average level that they get to offload a bunch of gold production into. So even if gold were to go slightly lower, this may still go way up because the gold price is staying at a very elevated level. So gold and silver mining companies look fantastic in relationship to gold, and we could see a very big move. GDX up all time. Well, I don't know if it's all time highs. Let me look back here. No, it's getting close. Up, 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 up. And then GDXJ's up 2.37. That looks fantastic going higher. We've broken through this last resistance area. This thing's ready to rip. And then SILJ's up 1.8. We still are on the launch pad for SILJ. Now, if someone said, would you rather buy GDX or would you rather buy SILJ? I'd rather buy SILJ. It's got more opportunity. It's a larger asymmetric opportunity than GDX. And some of the companies, it's like they're still down here. Like we can buy them way down here before they've got that whole runway to unload on. Crude oil down 1.6 something percent. Still seeing some selling pressure. We've got good support with this line going across there, which we may need to hit through in this general section here. We've got TTF gas down 3.85, a little bit more selling pressure here. It looks like a double bottom to me. And sometimes you get on this right-hand side when it goes, you get a squeeze up into a corner and then it does one of these. So we'll see where that ends up going. A lot of the times it'll go to the same level as this here. So right around 31.50. If it goes a little bit below it, it's going to be a slingshot. So that's what I'll say there. Natural gas in America is up 2.3%. It's trying to base out, hasn't done so yet. So it's trying, but we'll see. Boy, XOP, yeah, you know me, down 1%. Kind of an ugly looking pattern here from this point forward. That candlestick I'm pointing at there, that rejection candlestick. We haven't had good footing after that. It looks to me like we could still head lower. Now, we need to start adding these information up. If the dollar goes down and if interest rates go down, maybe people are worried about unemployment and maybe they're worried about a potential slowdown in the market. That would also show up in XOP being weak if that were the case, which right now it does look a little bit weak here. OIH down 1.33%. This doesn't look too bad, but again, we're getting some weakness today. That is a candlestick that wants to go lower. This could be more of like an inverted flag pattern that we end up maybe heading a little bit lower in the short term. We'll see if there's follow through. Newcastle coal futures down 0.77, but this has looked pretty good. I think it's trying to work its way on up. That looks pretty bullish there to head higher. Sprott Physical Uranium Trust up pretty big today, 3.8%. Like we said, bullish engulfing, squeeze into a bullish engulfing candlestick. That's going to go higher. And what is it doing? It's going higher. Uranium futures pricing up just a little bit. I think that will start to turn and work its way on up, probably following SPUT. URA, the equities looking good, up 1.83%. Same with URANM, up 1.1, and URNJ up 1.5. These are all above support. They all look good, and I would be bullish here. Very, 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 very bullish. Does that mean that every single day will be up? It does not mean that. It means that we are in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, and we just keep going and going and going. It's called an uptrend. Here's URNJ versus URNM. Again, look for outperformance of the juniors here as it goes up, and that also will mean that we are in a bull market. Nickel's down 1%. Are we doing this retest thing? Looks like we are. Right there, we're kind of like on the support level. This looks good. I think we're going to break higher here any second. Any second. Copper up 0.6%. Kind of an ugly looking deal with this tariff crap going on. Should the power be in one person's hands to change the pricing of a commodity that is so important as copper this much in that time frame? I don't think that should be, but whatever. Up today, trying to find a bottom here. We'll see. COPX is up 1.12. That's the people remain bullish in the equities. They're still chopping higher there. Lithium's up barely. This is putting in a big double bottom. Looks good to go higher. No change there. And REMX down 1%, but again, no change. We're going up, even if we move and do that on top of support, which it generally does something like that. It consolidates. And then I think we'll go into a big uptrend after the consolidation is done here. Some people say, well, how long will it consolidate? I don't know, maybe this length here. This was from February 24 to May, so probably a couple months. We could consolidate a couple months maybe. It may not. Again, those are the wrong questions to ask. The question is, are we in a bull market or not? If the answer is yes, stay long. I wouldn't worry about how long it would consolidate on top of here. Iron ore down 0.25, but again, this is all bullish here. There's no bearish candlesticks in my opinion for like a big reversal or anything, at least not yet. Looks good to go higher. Aluminum's up 2.23. It's trying to break through that 2650-ish. We want to get up there and stay above all of this if we can get up where that X is. Baltic Dry Index down a little bit, but again, we're in an uptrend here, guys. Bull market, big squeeze, breakout, and we're in the breakout. Emerging markets up a little bit. I think we're just going to keep going higher in emerging market side. Like we're through a lot of this resistance through here. So I think we are going to head higher, higher, higher through all of this. It's going to take some of that crap out. Higher, higher, higher. Move down a little bit today, but again, even if we go down here, I'm still going to be bullish. It's a base, pattern here, the breakout, the retest, and then we're going to go up. So longer term, we're going up, and I think this is just some sort of flag pattern, pennant formation, whatever it ends up being. It's only obvious when looking backwards. It's hard to figure out what the pattern looks like when you're in it. KRE down 0.8%. I think we're right on support there, basically. Yeah, right on support. We've got XHB down a little bit. Still looks good to go higher. We're in an uptrend. So that looks good. Russell down slightly. This one, whenever you get this big kind of move lower and you kind of come up like that, that could break to the downside. So this could be a downside move. The SPX has something similar, like a flag. It could end up heading lower. I'm going to leave that downward. And then the NASDAQ is up. Again, we're up against resistance. We'll see if we can push it higher. Plunge protection team is weak. Or if we're going to get a downward move. This still looks somewhat bearish of a set. We'll see what happens. Think of it as a gap fill too, but we'll see. Today was a pretty strong day, so this could continue higher. Would I trade this? No. What I would do is I'd wait for big red candlestick to show up and I would short it. I wouldn't be looking to go long. The valuations are jacked. Dow Jones Transportation, again, big selling pressure candlesticks there, and see the small greens. Is this a trend change where we're going to head lower? It could be. Let's watch it. XLI, very similar, not much buying pressure, and we're kind of coming down. So we'll see what happens. SMCI getting smoked, kicked in the teeth here, down 18.3%. NVIDIA, which is our leader, still holding on. Not sure how, but it's still. Bitcoin's up 1.4%. It's holding. We came out of this pattern to the downside. Makes me think it could be an inverted flag or something, but we'll see if there's follow through to the downside. And Ethereum's up 1.8. It's sitting inside this pattern here. It looks okay. MicroStrategy's up 2%. It's consolidating, but we came into this falling wedge and broke to the downside and are consolidating at the tip of it. You know, would I trade here? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't do anything. What I would do is if I would look for setups within the pattern. So like when you go here, there's a setup here and there's a retest through here. Like those are your spots that I would buy. Everything else is just noise. Like it's just like waiting for it to go up, consolidation up. So when people ask, "Is this good to buy?" I mean, you really have two spots there, here if you're really good, and here and here. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 good spots. Everything else, I'd be like, I'm not going to go after it. So even though we're doing the daily updates, it's like, would I buy it up here? No, I wouldn't. VIX is down. It's being controlled or whatever. It's not. It could be. We could see it break up again though. It's a consolidation on top. So this could roll higher, which means that things could roll over in the future here. The currencies, they're looking good for a commodity bull market. If we get a weaker dollar and these all start breaking out, the Canadian USD, the African rand versus the dollar, Brazilian real, that looks good to go higher. It's a double bottom. Australian dollar looks really good to try to break out here. So if those start to break out, I think our commodity bull market is game on. And I know some of you guys, you're up quite a bit in some of your holdings. Hasn't even had the big move yet. Hasn't even had the big move yet. But that's all I've got for today, guys. So we'll end it there. Give me a thumb up for the content. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website if you'd like. Special coupon code. And that's all I've got. So we'll catch you next time. This is Finding Value.